Hello everyone and welcome back to a rather belated vlog. And I do apologise. I know I've promised to do vlogs at least, once a week, or try and do them twice a week. Not twice a week, every other week. Oh my gosh, I'm just making more work for myself. But what I think I'm going to do is just try and do the videos when I can and if I can. And try not to, be pressured into producing videos once a week, because you don't know what life is going to throw at you. And obviously, the allotment takes a lot of time. But as you know, I go back and forth to Wales, and during the past month, well, over a month now, I've been in Wales quite a lot. I was in Wales for 2 weeks from Valentine's Day, and I came back the Wednesday before we had that big snow the first time round, the beast from the east or whatever people called it. Yeah, I came back on the Wednesday, and then sadly Charles's father passed away on the Sunday, at the beginning of March. So obviously I rushed back to Wales again to be with Charles and his mum and his family and try and help out best that I could. So yeah, I've basically been in Wales this whole time, trying to be supportive and things like that. So yeah, obviously I didn't have time to do the vlogs, and I wouldn't have wanted to anyway. But yeah, you don't know what life's going to throw at you, which So yeah, I was in Wales trying to help out, trying to find a suit to fit Charles, because obviously he's a farmer, he doesn't wear suits every day. He's obviously got muscles in the top of his arms from carrying hay around and things, and he's a little bit broad in the shoulders, so we were trying to find a suit jacket to fit him. My gosh, and obviously he lives in the country, so you can't just pop to the shops to try on loads of jackets. The nearest place which had loads of big shops was Carmarthen, which was like an hour away, and it was getting so close to the funeral and we couldn't find a jacket, but we managed to find one, a suit with trousers, in Marks and Spencer's, so whew, it was close, but we did it. And of course there's the lambing as well, which has been going on. I think he had his first lamb at the end of January, and they were coming thick and fast in February, but they slowed down now. So I think that might be it. Last time we counted, there were 41 lambs, and it's been lovely. It's been so nice watching the lambs, and it's been a nice little bit of a distraction because you've got the lambs there, which has been nice. I love watching the lambs. And I've been really getting hands-on because obviously I wanted to try and help out as best as I can in the situation. And I was waking up in the morning and going to feed the sheep, and walk around and check the lambs all by myself, and I felt like a proper farmer. It felt really nice. And also there were times one morning I woke up and there was a newborn lamb which had, I honestly don't know how, but it was the other side of the fence, and there's a hedge, and a fence, and obviously the field where the sheep are in. Yeah, it was the other side of the fence, in between the fence and the hedge. So it was a little bit of a mission trying to get that back, but I got it back all by myself. And I managed to catch a lamb as well with my shepherd's crook, which Charles got me for my birthday last year, which I was really proud of. After I did it, and I checked the lamb over. Obviously I didn't just catch it for no reason. I checked it over, and when I got back to the house I couldn't wait to tell Charles, because it's something so simple for him, but for me, I don't have any farming experience or anything, so it's nice to get hands on the farm. But yeah, obviously I had to come home. We had the funeral, and I stayed another week, and then I had to come home because the garden shows start in about 3 weeks time now. There's a blackbird just outside my shed. Yeah, the garden show starts in 3 weeks' time, so there's a lot of work to do, and I've been back for nearly a week now, and I've been cleaning up vintage stuff and polishing copper and brass, and packing orders because we're still selling stuff on the website. But yeah, obviously my dad's got loads of metal work to make, and we've got a hell of a lot of vintage stuff in storage to get ready. But the first show is at Fell Place, which is down Brighton way, and it's 3 days. I think it's 3 days. Anyway, it's a really good show, and last year we did it and it was one of our best shows. So if you're down in that area, come down and say hello, because we like it when people pop by to say hello. But I know there's Fell Place, and then there's Powderham Castle, and then the big one, RHS Spring Malvern, which is a really good show. We need to take 2 vans to that one because last year we nearly sold out in like the first day, which was really good. But yeah, we're going to take 2 vans. But yeah, this is like when everything starts to kick off, and obviously everything's starting to kick off in the allotment as well, and I'm still not ready. The pile of rubbish is still on the potato bed, so that needs to be moved, you know, probably in like a week, because the potatoes need to be going out. Although I have heard rumours that we are going to have another cold snap Easter weekend, so I am holding off on my potato front. But they're chitting happily away, so they can wait a week or a bit until I remove all that rubbish. But yeah, I'm still really behind. I have just managed to move some of the manure onto my legumes bed, so hopefully that can work its magic. But yeah, it's just, obviously things have been busy, and you know that's life. But yeah, it's like, it's hard when you're self-employed, because you know you're in charge of the hours that you work, so you could never have time off, or you know you can choose your days. But now that we're starting to get busy with the garden shows, it's harder to find time to come up here. But we try and have weekends off, so that's a bonus. But yeah, another thing that's going to be busy in March is the seed sowing. I say March, but like it's the 25th today, so it's basically April already. But the seeds that I need to sow in March, or that I should have sown in March, is like a whole page long. This is when the seed sowing really gets full swing. But I need to sow borage, lady's mantle, chamomile, spearmint, dill, chives, scabious, zinnia, sunflowers, calendula, squash, munchkin pumpkin, Swiss chard, carrots, spring onion. I need to pot out my dahlia tubers and direct sow some sugar snap peas and radish, and put my potatoes in. So yeah, a long list. I actually managed to go into the greenhouse for an hour early yesterday morning. I woke up at like 7 and I thought, I'm not going to go back to sleep. So I popped in the greenhouse for a little while. But yeah, I got my dahlia tubers in the post when I was in Wales sometime. They arrived. I'm so excited. I probably talked to you about the dahlias already, but I'll just show you. Even though dahlia tubers are pretty boring to look at. I pre-ordered these from Pheasant Acre Plants, sorry, who I actually met at one of the garden shows we did, and I bought my tulip bulbs from them. And then at the Malvern Autumn show, they had all their dahlias out on display, and you could pre-order them. So I did just that, because last year I went to buy dahlias probably around now, and the ones that I wanted weren't in stock, so I pre-ordered them this time. So yeah, I've chosen 3. There are only 2 here, because one of the varieties I chose, which is called Polverton Christabel, that wasn't available in tuber. It's sold out already, so I ordered the plant, which wasn't any more expensive, but it just means it's going to arrive around April time. But what I'm going to do with these 2 tubers is put them up in and put them in the greenhouse to give them a little bit of a head start, and to also keep an eye on them, because I've heard that slugs can damage them pretty badly. So I have Calf au lait, which I know is like the most popular on-trend dahlia ever. So exciting. So yeah, Calf au lait, and then the other one is Labyrinth. And obviously the one which is waiting is Polvent and Christabel. And one of the reasons why I ordered the latter one is because my mum's called Christabel, and it's not very often that you find, you know, a flower, let alone, you know, another person called Christabel. Like whenever we see another person called Christabel, she's so excited. But yeah, so I'll have a flower up here. Sort of, well, it's not named after my mum, but let's just say it is. So yeah, that's the dahlias, and I also got a few more seeds in the post while I was away. The last seeds that I'm going to buy, I promise. But I bought some spearmint and some munchkin pumpkins. I bought 2 packets of them, just in case. And then I treated myself to some seeds which I've wanted for a very, very long time now. And it all started when I got into Peter Rabbit. And I know I'm probably too old to be into Peter Rabbit, but I don't care. Like, I dress like a toddler as well, but I don't care. Anyway, these are radishes called China Rose. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Peter Rabbit book, where there's a picture of him eating what looks like a carrot, and a lot of people think it's a carrot, but it's actually a China Rose radish, because they can grow up to 6 to 8 inches long. So I'm going to grow some of them. It's like a little tribute to Peter Rabbit. Oh, I have his scarecrow here as well, so I couldn't not grow them, could I? And because my radish tank is really, really deep anyway, there's plenty of room to grow these radishes. I ordered these seeds from seedaholic.com. And what I really love about them, this is the first time I bought from them, but what I really, really love about them is, you know, they come with seeds, but they also come with these really handy leaflets, you know, with a decent picture. There's a whole bit about radishes. There's position, sowing, cultivation, harvesting, storage, culinary use, and origin. Like, it's so fascinating. And I know some seed packets you get have no information on them at all, and you're just like, what do I do? So yeah, I really like that they include loads of information. I got quite a lot of parcels when I came back from Wales, and I'm so excited about them. I am collaborating with a company. And they've sent a couple of the things I've chosen already. But I can't show you because I'm waiting on the smaller items to come. Because they sent the bigger ones, but they wanted the smaller ones to come to them so they could wrap them in a box nicely and then send them on to me. So yeah, I'm waiting for the smaller stuff to come, but I'm so excited. Like, I really, really want to show you. I brought the stuff up with me today to put into position, but like I said, I can't show you until the other stuff come. So I'll probably do a separate video on like the big collaboration reveal. But yeah. The other thing I got in the post was this beautiful photograph taken by the lovely Tom. Now, I can't pronounce, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his Instagram name, so I'll pop it up on the screen. But he takes these really lovely photographs, and he sent one of the robin to me sitting on a spade handle. They're so beautiful. I absolutely love robins. So what I'm going to do is hang that in my shed. There's like a little photo washing line above the pictures. I don't think you can see it in the camera. But what I'll do is I'll hang it on there with some of my other photographs. But yeah, thank you, Tom, if you're watching. And also, I popped to Chichester yesterday with my mum. We had a bit of a girly day because I think she misses me a bit when I'm off in Wales and stuff. And she doesn't enjoy the allotment, so she's not up here either. But there are these postcards, and I'm like a sucker for inspirational quotes. But I saw this one, and I thought it was rather apt. Like, Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think. So I'm also going to hang that up in the shed because it's something that I need to keep telling myself. So yeah, I like hanging things in the shed, and it's actually probably quite good that the shed's not any bigger because it would just be full up with more stuff. I think I'll do the little book review now because these were also waiting for me when I got home. The lovely DK Publishing sent me a couple of books which I chose, and the first one I chose I thought would be really, really interesting to learn more about, and it's the Royal Horticultural Society Pests and Diseases. So I would love to do an RHS course. Like, I would absolutely love it. It'd be one of my dreams, but right now I do not have the time, do not have the money. So it's, you know, it's just not right now. So I pore over books instead, and I think this book's going to be really, really handy. And there's, let me get to a bit, really, really clear photographs of what you need to look for and what each sort of disease, you know, is. So I'm going to leave this in the allotment shed, and if anything, you know, happens on the allotment, I can just flick through it and find out what's wrong, because I would really love to learn more about stuff like this. The other book that I chose isn't really for me, but I do like it, like, if that makes sense. It's a gardening book for kids called the RHS I Can Grow a Sunflower. I am a huge believer in getting kids involved in the garden, and one of my other dreams, like I have so many dreams, but one of my other dreams would be to set up like a little kids garden school. I think it's so important to get kids into gardening. It's so beneficial. So yeah, I chose this book. Also, my mum childminds, so I thought she would quite appreciate this book to get the kids that she looks after into gardening a little bit more. And also I have 2 nephews and a niece. And one of my nephews, Dylan, he really, really loves being outside, and he's come up the allotment a couple of times with me, and he tries to look for the frogs, and he makes loads of cups of tea, or not real ones obviously, but yeah, so yeah, it's really, really good book. The pages are really thick, so you know, it's for a younger age. I'm not sure if it has ages here. 3. Oh, not suitable for children under 36 months. It's a what do they call that? Flap book? Flip book? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's really, really bright, and it tells you all about flowers, you know, about the seeds and the bulbs. Each seed or bulb is magical, and it's a whole new plant waiting to grow. I really love it. Tells you how to sow your seed, and there's little lift up flaps. Again, takes you on the seed's journey, what to look for, when to plant it out, that your sunflower is going to be the biggest flower in the garden. And there's like a sunflower life cycle. You also get a packet of seeds and a sunflower height chart in the back, which is really, really fun. If I had kids, or when I have kids, I'm going to completely get them involved in the garden. Absolutely. You know, I want them to have muddy knees and dirty hands, and, you know, I think it's just important for kids to get out there. So books like this, you know, they're just amazing. You don't get many gardening books for kids. And whenever I see one, I do tend to pick one up, which is probably really sad because I don't have any kids yet, but hey ho, one day hopefully. What else was I going to talk about? I think that's probably about it. Probably rabbled on for way too long again. And do you know what? I haven't even had a cup of tea. Have not even had a cup of tea yet. My dad's popped up to do a little bit of digging. So I said I'd make him a cup of tea, but I actually came in the shed and filmed the vlog instead. But yeah, I've started a new allotment notebook. So I've been writing things to do in March and seeds to sow in March. What I try and do now is write lists that are a little bit smaller, because larger lists are a little bit more intimidating, and I find, you know, at the end of the day, if you've only managed to tick off like a couple of things off a really long list, it's a little bit sad. So now I find if you write a smaller list and you manage to tick everything off, it makes you feel so much better about yourself. So that's what I started doing anyway. And as you all know, I really like being organised anyway, like a complete organised freak. But so far, this year it's going to plan, even with everything that's happened and, you know, all the things which have happened. I don't feel too far behind. The only thing that bothers me is that potato bed with all the rubbish on. Like, if that was clear, I'd be completely happy. It's like the bane of my life, that bed. And I was like, it needs like a weekend to sort it out, because obviously I was busy yesterday, and today's Sunday, and obviously we'll be working all week again. I think if I spend like all Saturday sorting through it, getting it ready to take to the tip, and then Sunday I could take it to the tip. I was like, I could do it next weekend. Like, that's what I'm going to do next weekend. And then I realised it's Easter weekend next weekend. And I don't think I'm going to have time to do it. My sister's coming down with her partner and her kids. And my nephew Jacob wants to go swimming, and he wants to go to the farm, and he wants to go on a Easter egg hunt. So I'm not too sure that I'm going to find time again. But like I said, one of the perks about being self-employed is you can sort of be a little bit flexible with your time. So hopefully, I mean, it's going to have to get done because the potatoes need to go in. So I need to just stop dilly-dallying and get on with it. But what I was going to do today is just do a few of the smaller jobs, like dig over where the rhubarb's going to go, because that's quite a small bed. I think that won't take me too long to do. And dig the flower border as well. Because, yeah, like I said before, if you do smaller jobs and you get them completed, they make you feel more better and they motivate you more to do the other jobs. Which, no, it does work. It does work. Yeah, it does work. I just need to stop getting distracted. Like, every time like a bird flies down or something, I'm like, oh, a bird. It's really, really bad. But yeah. Oh gosh, I waffled on for like 23 minutes. I'm going to make my dad a cup of tea because he's probably being really dramatic over there. So yeah, I'm going to make my dad a cup of tea and then get cracking. But I know I promised you a tour of the allotment last time. I'm going to try and do that today. But what I want to do is get a few little jobs done first. And then at the end of the day, before it gets dark, because it doesn't get dark till like 7:30 now, I will give you a quick little tour of the plot. Honestly, there's not much to look at, but I know I promised you, so I will do that. And you're probably bored of just looking at me sat in my shed all the time, because there's loads of videos of me doing that. But I can't stop talking about the allotment. So I'm going to make my dad a cup of tea. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Right, let's get to this on.